Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today is going to be a massive restructuring day here on Blacksmith Master because we're going to get ready to really ramp up production and to make room for the possibility of other more complicated production chains. In the last video, we got access to multiple floors, and I didn't really put a whole lot of thought into it. I just sort of shoved something up here for now, but we're going to put a lot of thought into things now, okay? I think there's some elements of this workflow that work pretty well for now. Moving distances and stuff aren't all that bad, but there's a lot of improvements that could be made here. And this is especially true for scaling, because up until this point, we really didn't need to scale, like, for example, ore collection and stuff, and making more ingots because we have enough, right? We have 147 on that tray even. But if we're going to be making more stuff, satisfying more contracts, if we're going to be getting ourselves into potentially much more complicated stuff as well, right? We have new blueprints and stuff we want to unlock, and these things like the short hoe, the sickle, those things take both wood and iron, okay? And so that's a more complicated workflow. And then there's, of course, all this other stuff later on too. And so pickaxes are kind of what we're looking at here as our first somewhat complicated item that goes with the new workshop bench, okay, workbench. And so with this, we're gonna want to remake our blacksmith to be a little bit better. Now I'm gonna kind of zip you guys ahead to a redesign here after I move things around, but there's a couple of key things I want to take a look at. Number one, we need our woodworkers, and more specifically the wood supply, to be very close to the workbenches, because these two things are going to work kind of with each other. Like, for example, if you're making a pickaxe, you're going to need to get access to the iron, which is way over here. You need to bring an ingot over, all right? Then, and you need to, to make the end. You need to do that whole process to get that done. Then you need to grab wood. You need to make the handle. Then you come over to the workbench and you put them both together. So it's an extra step in the process, right? So that stuff needs to be very close together. So I'm going to probably have that stuff right here. We're going to get ourselves a fourth chest so that we can have multiple deliveries through there. We're going to redo sort of the general idea behind how ingots are created and how they're transported, because we need to scale up at how much we're making. Up until this point, I didn't really care, because at the moment we're able to make more ingots than we're making items anyway. Like, we're not at a shortage. We don't need to optimize, right? Things are fine. But if I want to really get going with the second floor and maybe a bigger store and more complicated stuff, especially when you introduce more complicated components rather than just iron items and wood items, now you have both, right? Now comes the time where optimization feels like it's going to matter. So one of the things I'm going to be doing is we're going to take these three design benches. We're going to bring them up here. I'm going to set them up here, probably here. Okay. Then I'm going to add probably 2 more, maybe 3 more, and we'll have 6 designers. Okay. The number one comment I've gotten about this, and it's just the way it is. I record a couple of videos ahead of time and I start releasing them, right? And it's just the way it goes, man. I'm going to share with you how it happened. And sometimes, a lot of times, you guys see things that I don't see. And my perfect employee that was costing me $1,000 every day, I still contend that right now we don't need her, but she would have been fantastic on design. You're 100%. Everyone who said that, a lot of you. She would have been great on design. It's just something I didn't look at, all right? It's just the way it goes. I don't think we need her. I think we'll be fine, because 6 designers will do much better than her, and they'll cost less. I can get more design work done than she can do with 6 designers than I could with her at a lower cost. So I think we'll probably be fine, and then I can level up all of those to the point where all 6 of them will be able to do like 250 a day or whatever it is. So anyway, we're gonna redo how we smelt, how we transport ingots, how we position our furnaces with the ingots, how we position our anvils relative to furnaces, how we position our quenchers relative to our anvils. And I want to redo this whole thing. One of the other things we're going to do is I'm going to be kind of redoing a little bit of how the doors work. We're going to take this away once again. But this part here in the back, I want to make things look a little bit better. All right. I'm looking at aesthetics of the place too. And I'm thinking like probably right here too. I'm going to take at least this away. Maybe that one too, but at least this away. And we're going to use these arches because I think that looks pretty cool as an entrance into here. And then in the back, we're going to do the same thing. Have a bunch of arches in the back there. It makes it kind of look like it's open for people to use this back dock area. They can just walk out of the building, right? I think that looks pretty nice. Probably have to move that door as well. But let me get going on a little bit of what we're going to be doing here. And then I'll cut you guys into like sort of finished good. I'm going to be moving my ore smelting operation back in this area. And exact positions and stuff are kind of up in the air at this point, but I think I think it'll be fine. These are going to move to the top. As I said earlier, we'll probably have them be kind of like there and then move it to the top there and then back down and back up and like that. And then I'll probably have, I'm thinking maybe like 2 more over here too. So like 5 designers in this little area right here. It's what I'm kind of thinking. All right. Then all of these benches where these guys are sitting, right? All of these are going to be moved up here too. So we're going to move them up like that. And it's a one at a time thing, unfortunately. Well, actually, maybe it isn't. Maybe it isn't. Maybe it isn't. Hey, maybe if, can I can do this. No, can I do this? I can go up. Yes. Okay, that actually makes me very happy. I actually remember, I don't remember if it was me or if it was somebody else really that got the idea in their head, but I remember thinking and saying it when we were playing Tavern Master. Yeah, I remember bringing this up and saying, you know, I wish I could just draw a box and move things. And they implemented it in this game, so that makes me happy. That's great. Not sure where this is gonna go. We're gonna put it right here for now. It's probably actually should be this way, right? Yeah. So we're gonna move all the benches up there, right? And then I'm gonna move all the wood. All this stuff needs to go down here somewhere, and there'll be workbenches and stuff here. We're gonna move the stairs. Probably only have 1 staircase. The need for 2 of them is, we don't need 2 of them. So, yeah. And then the smelters will be over here in this area, kind of over in this area like that. We're going to be 3 here and 3 here for a total of 6. So we're going to double our smelting efforts, which means we're also going to have to look at definitely doubling our efforts with getting more ore so we can make more ingots, because we're going to be ramping up our production of basically everything in this place. So if I come over here, so I probably would have our furnaces be something like this is what I'm thinking. And then I'll probably put a gap between them. So they're not entirely on top of each other here. This door is going to go away. We're not going to need this door anymore. So that door goes like that. I'll just bring that back in. We're going to say that the upper wall like that and lower walls like that. Yep. Do that. Seems good. And this side should be like so, probably. Yeah. And then once again, we just kind of move our, I think I am going to stagger it. So that means this little wall decoration needs to move. Oh. Thank you. So I'm going to end up staggering these about like that. Okay. And then we'll put one of these over here, one of these over here. Let's bring that to be like so. And then the anvils, okay, the anvils are going to be facing away from the furnace. Actually, you might put this one up against the wall because, like, why not? Yeah. I guess I could probably get away with it being like this and facing outside. The idea, the hope here is that they can work at the anvil and then move this way. Okay. And then we'll have the quenchers be here. So there's walkways through here, but there's no walkway through here is my issue right now. Which I think might be okay. If I angle it like this, it might be okay. Then they can just walk through it. So I think it will allow them to walk and pass through as long as the anvil itself is not in the way. So these two can be on the back wall like that, but then these ones can stretch this way. And then what we get from this is, I think, a more streamlined workflow here. And I'm going to need another anvil to pop in right there. Right, a little bit more streamlined workflow. Now, obviously there's only one quencher for 2 anvils lining up here. So we're going to have some extra quenchers kind of on the side, I think, here. And I'll probably maybe stagger them like this, maybe. So that there's just a couple of extra ones, right? So they don't get tied up that way. We have the 2 trays here where anvils go, or sorry, where the ingots go. And what we're going to end up doing, again, in an effort to scale things up, before it didn't matter to me. Now, as we're starting to get more complicated stuff and I need more floor space, it starts to matter a bit more. So what we're going to do with this is we're going to end up having one of these ingot storages down here. Okay. And these guys will all make the ingots and deliver them here. And then we're going to have an assistant pick up the ingots from here and move them to this one. And then another assistant, we're just going to pay the extra daily wage, right? Another assistant will pick them up from here and move them to that one, right? And because it's further away, whichever assistant can haul one extra ingot or whatever, that will be the one that can deliver to this one. So now all my blacksmiths will stay right here. I had one person that said something about an assembly line. And the problem with the assembly line analogy is that typically that requires product to move from one stage to the other while the person stays still. The whole point of an assembly line is to keep personnel in a single spot and let the product move throughout. But in this game, a single worker takes the raw materials and makes it to the product start to finish. The person needs to move with the product in this case. So it's not quite the assembly line analogy. I would actually compare it more to like a delivery driver in this case. The product and the driver have to move to the destination, and then the delivery driver has to then go back and get a product and then deliver it again. So the whole goal behind this setup is to make it to where the blacksmith that is done working and delivers it into the chest that's here. I don't want them, sticking with the delivery analogy, I don't want them to be deadheading back to their work position. So we're going to have the iron close to the quenches, close to the chests. This helps with delivering it from where it's getting smelted. This is also a temporary place. We'll eventually put this in the basement, but I don't need to do that just yet. So we're going to have that, and then it'll then move over here. They'll deliver the ingots here, and then my blacksmiths are essentially going to take this. After they deliver something, they'll pick something up, bring it back to their workstation, do their thing with it, go ahead, quench, deliver, and then pick it back up, and off they go. They end up picking up the ingot on the beginning of their return journey, so they're not technically deadheading, if I can keep the metaphor alive. All right, that's the general idea behind that stuff. Let me move some other stuff around here from upstairs and kind of get everything situated with people, and I'll be right back. I'm also going to be putting your names in the game. I have some names as of now. There'll probably be more later. I'm going to prioritize, of course, patrons, members, all those guys that have joined. I have quite a few of you, but I'm just going to get you guys in the game. And I'll show you that. I don't know how often we're ever going to see your name, but it's the thing I said I would do, so I'm going to do it. I'll be right back. Okay, redesign complete. Let's take a look at what we're dealing with here. We'll start at the top floor. It's pretty straightforward for now. We simply have benches over here in the corner. Okay. And then we have 6 design benches over here. And this is where all of our designers will end up being. And that's pretty much it for now on the second floor. We can definitely do more, but that's all we got. There's a staircase right here in the middle. And as we come down here, here's where we're going to be smelting our ore. So we have all of this going in right here. I just right-clicked again. Thankfully, there wasn't a whole lot to restock in there. We have all this and then all this for a total of 6 of them for the time being. When we start getting a basement going, we can probably have a much bigger smelting operation in the basement, I think. We'll start smelting all different kinds of ores, not just iron, but right now all we are is iron, so that's fine. Let's take a look over here. It's pretty much exactly the same as what we had before, right? We just have all of our anvils kind of looking like this. They're all pointed this direction right now. We're going to try that out, see if that's a problem. I don't think it will be, but we'll just see. If it is, then it is. But I wanted them to all look the same. We have 4 chests right here, and then we've got 8 tool workbenches. 8 workbenches. There's going to be a lot of times where our workers are going to end up here, and then they'll go get something else. So they have like a pending project just sort of sitting there, and they sort of reserve that bench while they go off and do something else. So I want more of these benches than I have of these. We have 5 of our wood benches. These are going to be used to make wood items, but also used to, in our case right now, make the handles for the pickaxes. They need to use these benches too. So they're all right close together. And I like the location of the workbenches here is nice because the iron ingots are going to be right here for them to go ahead and grab. And the wood is going to be right here for them to go ahead and grab. So they're kind of central to everything right here. I think this is going to be a much more efficient workflow. We'll see. I haven't really done anything to the store. What I have done, though, is put some people's names in the game. So real quick, Alan, the guy that's been doing all the wood for the whole time, I went ahead and claimed him. So that's Charlie. There you go. Then we've got Amras. Welcome into the game as well. There you go. You're a level 5 blacksmith over here. We have 6777X. I'm just going by your YouTube name, man. If you got a better YouTube name, I'll try to, yeah, let's just see what we can do there. But and of course, if you want to be in the game too, just get your comments down below, and again, we'll try to kick them out as fast as I can. I do many times record multiple videos in one sitting, so if you don't see it in the next video, maybe it'll be the one after that or the one after that. But if you get it in there, I'll try to get you in there. Okay, that's how that's gonna go. We have Vinty. There you go. You're in here too. We have Winnie, my patrons and stuff. I'm going to try to give you guys special characters whenever possible. So Winnie, you're in here. There you go. Odell, Anthony David. There you go. You're in here too. You can see your stats if you'd like. And then we've got, I don't think Elric is renamed. We do have a member in our community named Elric, but I think this guy just has the name Elric. I think that's how that was. Tyler JG, there you go. You're this guy. And right now you're crafting for our store racks. And then we go to the assistants. We have Rob. Somebody wanted an assistant that runs around named Rob. So there you go. There's a Rob. We also have a Bob. Somebody wanted Bob. In fact, one person said they wanted several Bobs bobbing around. I'm just going to leave it to one Bob for now, but maybe we'll get a second Bob somewhere. And then I think that's it. Oh, there was one more, and that is... there was one more. What did I do with you? I think it was the checkout counter, but his name wasn't Joshua. No. It was supposed to be somebody else. Oh, it was Dwight. I must not have saved the name. Dwight is the name of the guy on the checkout counter. Yeah. There you go. And he's like clean shaven with sideburns, basically. I went ahead and redid the facial hair for a couple guys, like Winnie. I wanted to make sure you had a nice, crew cut, clean shaven face. There you go. So I made you like that. We can give you a big beard later if you want, but I think that's it for names so far of what I have. If I've missed you again, just leave your name again if I missed you, and we'll get you in there. Okay. All right. I do need to hire a lot more people though, so let's look at that really quick. Assistants. I've got $18,000, so let's be a little bit careful here. Anytime I see somebody though with 2 positive stats, makes me happy. We're gonna grab another assistant here. Let's go ahead and grab. I don't want to pay extra for the extra wages. I'd rather not do that. Let's grab Nathaniel as well. So what we want out of you guys, and let's go to the assistant tab. What we want out of you guys, Jack, is we want you crafting ingots and somebody that runs fast. I think Drogo is probably a good one. We'll have you crafting ingots as well. And then the people who are restocking raw resources from the warehouse, these guys need to be able to carry a lot. So Crispin, Bob, and Yvette are currently doing that, with 2 of them focused on ore, 1 of them focused on wood. We'll see if we have to add another wood person later. We'll see. We have 6 people doing crafting on the ingots. I would like to hire more, but I didn't like any of my options right here. I don't want to attract less customers, and I don't want to pay more wages if I can avoid it. So I'm going to see about trying that tomorrow instead. We got 4 people transferring items to merchants. And as far as the blacksmiths go, 3 people crafting for racks. I've had a lot of people telling me that I have only wood items being done that way. It's very weird that I'm being told that, because I look at these guys, and like when you're set for crafting for the racks in the store, all of them are fewest items crafted. So I don't know. I didn't change these. These are just the way they are. So I don't know what you're talking about being, you know, dedicated to wood for crafting in the store. That's not actually happening. So I don't know what you're talking about. You know, crafting for merchants is here. Wooden items, that's for merchants, you know. If I change it to crafting for racks, then okay, maybe that's a thing. Maybe it was like this before and I just didn't realize it. I don't know. But either way, we're gonna go and have most expensive item. I would probably want to do that for somebody. It's not gonna be this guy. It's gonna be merchants. Yep. But what I might do actually is maybe we'll go most expensive first, and then Charlie can just kind of, yeah, be focused on other things. And then Winnie, yeah, it takes less time to do all these things. I like that. So I'll have you most on the most expensive stuff too. Although you are quite slow, you take 20% less time, and you'll level up and stuff too. So maybe that's all right. Or actually, for somebody like Winnie, it might actually be better to craft for racks. Yeah, just because he's, you know, because he's Winnie. So I'm gonna put you guys over here actually. So merchants are gonna do all those guys. And then for blacksmiths, we do have Humphrey, which is pretty good. He can climb the stairs 100% faster, which is good. He's very expensive hire. We could probably use this though. As we expand, we'll get more floors. This will probably come in handy. So I'm going to spend the extra to hire him now. And currently he'll just have no preference and just wander and do things. He could actually do design at the moment. At the moment, he could be a designer. So we'll just get him on design for now. Yeah. So there are 4 designers now. Okay, let's start the day and see what we get. Now we only have 2,500 left. Okay, but we want to grab as many contracts as possible and get them done so that we can pay. Now, some of you guys have pointed out that there's these priorities over here, and I'd like to also, real quick, let's go ahead and get, let's get the pickaxe one. That's fine. These priorities are cool and all, but like they're urgent or regular. They're not like, I'd like it to be like 1, 2, 3. I can't really do that, it seems. So I'm gonna place this one as urgent, right? And now everyone will go after this item and they'll just like forsake the others. And that's not really what I was looking for, right? Kind of wanted a mix there. I get that, like I have 50 of these to make. And so I guess that kind of makes sense. But yeah, I don't want that. I was kind of hoping that I'd be able to like maybe drag them around and put them like 1, 2, 3, that kind of thing. But it's okay. It's fine. We're just going to leave it as default and they'll just do them as they do them. Okay. So what I'm mostly looking for here is how does the flow of the store. Oh, there is one thing I need to do differently, right? I need to get ingots over here. So I didn't do that yet because I didn't hire the assistants to do it yet. So Crispin, you can level up. Yes, please. And then I need at least 2 assistants to be here. Okay. So I need more to hire, and I don't have more. I don't have more to hire. So for the time being, I think what I can do is I'm going to have Crispin come over here. And so we're going to do transfers. Now what we're going to do for this, I'm going to tell Crispin to come to this and transfer it. Actually, he's probably not the right guy to do this, is he? I don't think he's the right guy to do this. I need more ore. Let's give this to Bob. He doesn't carry nearly as much. Or the other one that's doing iron. This one here. We'll get Yvette to do it. So you're going to take iron from here and transfer it to here. And that's your only job. That's all you do all day. And so that person will then come in, grab them off of this, and take them over here. Because right now, you see the blacksmith is coming all the way over here for this, and that's not what we want. So we need to have our carrier grab them from here and bring them here. And now our blacksmiths can take them off of this. That's much more efficient. So if I rotate my camera like this, we'll just want to see the workflow, right? They drop their stuff off, and then they're not going to deadhead back to where they're working. They're going to pick up an ingot on their way back to where they're working. That's what we're looking for. Now, I don't want them to have to go around the ingot, though. So that's the bottleneck. I don't want them to have to go around that. I want them to come straight through from there. So we will want to, in the end, organize this to where it faces away from the furnace, I think is probably the best way here. It might seem counterintuitive, but if it places their body on this side of the anvil, then they should be able to walk straight after they quench. So if I'll try that and see what happens. See, now they can pass straight through without having to go around the anvil. So we'll have that happen. And then as far as the workbenches go, you got everybody like working on some things over here. And, you know, they're working on the club still, but I want to see anybody working on the pickaxes. So he's working on one right now. When he's working on a pickaxe, it looks like. So he dropped off the ends here that he just smelted. And he's going to come over to the wood. He's going to do the woodworking part of it. And then he'll come back to this bench. So this is why I want more of these benches, because they're reserving it. And then they're away at another station, but this is still occupied. It can't be used. So I need more of these than I have of the other things. But he'll come back, finish the pickaxe, put it in there, and then immediately begin and start right back up again. So I think that's a pretty efficient way to do it. All right, let's take a look and see what we get for level ups here. So Amras has a level up. We'll make you, excuse me, we'll make you better at that. Ida, let's go better at that. That's good. Vinty has one too. No preference currently. We'll just make you better with the metal. And it looks like Patrick's about to get one very quickly. There's no additional... Oh, there is an additional assistant. Okay, this is what I'm looking for. They all want more wages. I don't particularly like this Catherine here, but I think she's got okay stats to get her here. So we need more benches. So let me get another bench. And... I can put one right here, I guess. All right. Now let me get another assistant to help out with this, because I'd rather get, get back over there with the ore, right? I mean, we're not short on ore, so I think we're fine. And then we only have 44 left, and it's the middle of the day. So I think we're actually kind of fine. But getting another assistant that can move from here and bring it to here, and then also one here, and then bring it to here. We need to bring it to both of them so they don't run out. So I need another assistant anyway. So I'm going to go here. We'll grab Catherine for this job. Catherine's going to move over, and your job is to transfer from here to here. All right. That's pretty good. Speaking of pretty good, let's go ahead and upgrade something. We're at 311 points. Let's grab the ladle, and the tankard can be upgraded. And then we don't have any blueprints. If there's contracts for things for blueprints, that'd be nice. There isn't yet right now, though, so I'm going to hold off and just keep that contract the way it is. No big deal. So yeah, I think that's a pretty good upgrade as far as our efficiency goes. And we're all basically only using one floor. The top floor here is just a bunch of people doing research, and that's all they do all day. We have space for 2 more later on. So we'll complete that contract. That gives us a ton of money. And then let's go ahead and... The banner's okay. I mean... Yeah, we can get that because it's something that we can use to decorate. I like that idea. So we'll grab that. And then the store, right? That's Dwight. He's our new store person. He's the same store person we had before. I just, redid the model and changed his name. That's basically it. Nice. So we'll get the I'd like to do this. The short hoe. Item is locked, man. Being able to make a short hoe would be good, wouldn't it? If I had a blueprint, if I only had a blueprint, I'd get the short hoe. Need to find a merchant with a blueprint first, which we do not have. Now I could re-roll it, which might be worth it. Refresh. What do we got? Chain decorations, another painting, but that's an item we don't make. So none of these are blueprints. Refresh again. This one has a moderate chance of something valuable inside. Let's try the moderate chance. I don't know what's going to be in there. And then this one's worth a lot, but it's a lot of pickaxes. But we'll put it on there too, because they're just worth a whole bunch. And then we'll make our pickaxes better when we get enough design points. Jeremiah, you're doing design right now, right? Yes. So Jeremiah can do 120 per day. We could bump that up now, and now he's doing 240 a day. Now, this is the reason why I think in the beginning that maxed out person, right? Everyone was like, put her on design. No, you shouldn't have fired her. You shouldn't have fired her. The thing is, her wage was so obnoxious. He's doing 240 a day now, and he's charging me just over a tenth of what that, perfect person was. Obviously, I was paying her wage. I was kind of paying for everything being maxed out. I don't need everything maxed out. For a designer, it's just design. And so he's doing 240 a day now at a much lower wage. And he's also got that perk for design faster too. So he's able to do a lot. That designer might actually be better than the maxed out person was. Just saying. We're going to get one more merchant offer slot. Not the worst thing to get, but I still want smelting too. Smelting larger ingots. I want to get access to copper as well. Somebody said that I could get access to copper before the copper mine, but I don't know how you're doing that. That comment was referencing the demo. I'm going to go ahead and assume that things have changed from the demo, because I don't have any research that unlocks anything to do with copper until, copper mine is here. And then if I was to try it, let's say maybe it has to do with the plate. I can change it to copper. Well, I can't. I can't change it to anything. I don't have access to copper ingots, so I'm not sure where you're getting that information. It might just be, well, the demo you could do it, but you can't now. In which case, that's fine. That makes sense. But from my very limited experience, admittedly limited experience, from my limited experience, no, I can't get copper right now. I'm gonna wait and get the pickaxe to be epic, because we're gonna be making a whole lot of them. Dude, we have like 180 pickaxes to make. Like, we're gonna be making a whole lot of those things, man. So this will really test to see, because the pickaxes require everything. It requires this step and this step. So it's a good test to see whether or not we have enough workstations for that kind of thing. So far, I'm pleased with the results. It looks to me like we have an alert happening over here with the wood. And like you notice, they're cutting down a whole bunch here. I wonder if they're getting further and further away. Do these trees grow back? Will we have to move to a different wooded area? I don't know. Trying to figure out why it was pinging me though. I might want to have more people. We'll see. So I can upgrade these. I would rather wait and upgrade the pickaxe. We're making a lot of them, and I'd like to sell a bunch of them. So yeah, let's go ahead and grab the extra cart. Then I can get more offers to choose from too. We'll grab the extra cart. We only need 4 of those. So I guess I could just wait and then not use them. There's only 4. It'll be fine. Probably can do it now and it won't be a big deal. Yeah. All right. So that gives me an extra cart slot, which allows me to then go in and say, oh, I want another contract, which I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait on that because I've already refreshed the list enough times and it's going to charge me $800 to do it. But some workers are still busy. Yep, indeed. They've started the pickaxe already, so they're going to go through the whole process and finish it. I like it. 4 chests work out pretty well. I don't know if the orientation of them is the best. The idea here is that both the people who are picking things up to bring them here and the people who are dropping things off from the workbenches they can both, you know, they don't have to go around them. They can just slip themselves right in and do it. So, you know, they're not in the way. So, like, I don't know, I could have had the chests, for example, facing another direction. They could be facing, for example, like this. And maybe that's more optimal. But now I feel like anyone who wants to grab stuff out of here and bring them this way, they have to come around the chest to do it. To where just having it facing this direction is, I think, just better overall. Because it means everybody here can do things right away. And then as we start phasing out regular iron stuff and it starts getting phased into where we're making more complicated stuffs all the time, we can then shift these chests to maybe be facing towards the workbenches or something, you know, maybe. How is our store doing in here? We don't have any of these weapons. So that's, again, a lot of those people were saying that we weren't making iron stuff for the store very much. What I think is happening right now is that I'm selling a lot of stuff and I just don't have enough. There's a pickaxe right there. I'm selling a lot of stuff and I just don't have enough people making things specifically for the store is what I'm thinking. So if I go in to find a blacksmith and I don't want anybody that's going to slow down the process. So not these guys. I think maybe not Ryan. We'll refresh this list and one more time. Oh, man, we're not going to get any of those blue ones, huh? There we go. They're very expensive to hire. Yeah, but Mona, we'll grab you, and I think I will grab Oliver. He's kind of a designer, though, isn't he? I don't think I want to pay for a designer right now. Not another one. Not this much. I'll buy another designer, or I'll hire another designer maybe, but not for that much money. Mona, you're gonna craft for racks, and I think you'll just take most expensive items. Yeah, maybe we'll just have you craft the most expensive items. So you don't have to work with wood though, because the pickaxe is that. So how about we just focus you on the metal items for now? Yeah. Okay. Next day. Yeah. Next day. Everyone get back to work. We're almost out of ore. Actually, we are out of ore. I think because I had the money and I want to keep people moving, I'm just going to go ahead and do that real quick. And we may need another hauler. We did run out of ore in the warehouse, though, so I will need more miners as well. Hector, you are currently transferring items out here. I'm going to actually get you... I think 8 items is enough, honestly. I want you to move faster. And then Yvette, you're currently transferring ingots. Yep. So I think maybe we'll do that. I think both traits are pretty important, but it just kind of just depends on how fast we're making them. Like right now, there's only 2 there, so increased capacity doesn't matter as much if there's not much there, right? And then maybe hiring another one of these assistants to smelt, so we can go faster there too. I think a miner is probably more important though. You're focusing wood items for now, so why don't we just do that for now. Let's grab another miner. Not gonna get a great mining hire. Oh, here we go. Elliot. Elliot's great. Not enough space. Okay, hang on. I need another miner in here. So we're gonna take our rest area. I guess we'll make a bigger rest area over there. And then let's hire a miner. There we go. And let's get another one. Don't like this less stamina on everybody. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. All right. Everybody's in the iron mines. Go, go, go. Get me more stuff, please. How's my supply of wood now? I'm using them on basically everything, so they are pretty pathetic. 49 wood over there. Okay, we're going to need another lumberjack as well. So we're going to want to, in the oak forest, we're going to want to add another rest area. We'll put it, yeah, I think just right here is fine. That's fine. Used to cut logs, chopping wood. Do we want another chopping station? If we're going to add more people, maybe that's the better play. So we can add another saw, I suppose, right next to that one. Add another chopping block over next to this one. Yeah, something like that is okay. And then let's get some more lumberjacks as well. So lumberjack, And this is stamina XP. We'll get you and you. All right. You got an assistant leveling up as well. Let's up your speed. Cool. Just 2 more lumberjacks I think will be all right. If I wanted to really... Let's just get the 3rd one. Let's just do it. Don't be cheap. You can do it. You can pay the money and do it. A slower walker needs to hit 2 extra chops. It takes 20% more time to cut a log. All right. We'll take the slower walker. Here you go. All right. I'm out of money now. Basically out of money. Can we satisfy one of these contracts here? I think we'll take this one here and we'll do the whole prioritization thing. And then this one has blueprints, so that's an automatic accept. Yeah. If we can get the pickaxes done, I would appreciate that right now, definitely. Drogo, let's get your carrying capacity and speed up. You're carrying ingots. There we go. You're smelting, so your speed is more important than your carrying capacity right now. We have this. They're higher quality now, more money for us. There we go. Get that out of here. Very good. Just 3 more delivered. 1 more. There it is. That one's done. And it's like there's an awful lot of items here that I can't do, right? They're requesting things I can't do. I don't have the blueprints for them. So that's why I gotta maybe prioritize this one to get the blueprint. Maybe we'll do that. I generally don't like doing that because it's, you know, they're all going to be over here. They're all going to be focusing on this. They're all going to be waiting for equipment now instead of just being where they're most optimal. I'm going to have people who are really good at wood just waiting around because there's not enough equipment for everyone to use it. But if it helps, is it this one? Yeah, it's the one with the goblets. Let me just refresh the list and see what we get. Ooh, high chance of something valuable inside. A wooden pitchfork. I was told also in the comments, like, you should open up that, you should get that wooden pitchfork. Now I'm going to regret not having it. I was like, whatever, man. We're selling good items. We don't need to have every item. I mean, that'd be a good idea. Get good contracts like that where there's something valuable inside, right? Who knows? Who knows? Did I just increase the lumberjack's walking speed? It feels bad. I'm gonna go ahead and get you guys back to work. I mean, there are a lot of ingots. We're fine. You know, there's 183 in that stack, but I just want you guys to go back to work, do some things. I have the money for it. It's fine. Barbara, you're carrying stuff. We'll have you go like that. Hey, you're doing the transfer items. It's good. Okay, we didn't make a whole lot of profit today. I hired a lot of people, so that's part of it. That's a big part of it. But if I don't hire people, if I could just go a day without hiring people, that'd be pretty good. Enables more hiring more skilled workers. I like that. Actually, let's go ahead and do that. And then we'll get more offers later. But if I can get more skilled workers, like purple workers, sounds awesome, right? Hey, Oliver. Gosh, you're good. For design, too. I don't really care about the walks faster thing, but for design, you're pretty dang good. 124 a day. Yeah, I'll bite. You can come and join us, Oliver. You're on design now. And then I guess we'll upgrade something that we're making a lot of tankards. I guess we are making quite a bit of tankards. And the wooden scoop can be upgraded too. Why not? Waiting on that blueprint, and then I was gonna get the smart hoe, but a short hoe, but now I'm thinking maybe the wooden pitchfork instead. Should I just accept the contract? Can I even do that if I can't make it? I should just accept this so that the chest stays here in my list, right? But it just means I have to unlock that item, which is kind of a drag, but it is what it is. Start the next day. Only got 700 bucks. Wild. Everyone's just lining up. It's like they're taking their morning rations, but really it's just they're just taking their They're iron ingots. It's ingot day. Oh boy, there we go. I need her to carry more, which means I need to make more. Can I get another assistant crafting ingots? I'm thinking I have 6 stations, so I have six of these guys doing it. But I think I want 7, possibly 8. Bertha, I can't hire you. You're just too expensive. But at least you're in the list. So when I complete one of these contracts, I'll be able to hire you. That contract is going to be this one, and that will give me the blueprint, which will allow me to start working on this one if I need to as well. At 147 ore in there. There you go. Drop it off. I think I will need more people hauling ore in from the mines. I mean, I have 6 people crafting the ingots from it, so unless the guy can carry 10, he's gonna actually have to carry 12 because it takes him about the same amount of time it takes to make 2 ore for one person to make 2 ore into ingot is how much time it takes him to walk all the way over there and walk back. So it's kind of needed to be twice the pace. There's my blueprint, and there's a low chance on that one. Let's hold off on another contract for now. I kind of want that chest. I was gonna get the hoe, but I want that chest. All right, fine, we'll raise the quality of it too. There you go. And then I want that chest, so let's everyone work on that if you can. Now everyone's gonna go. Yeah, I can't do that because everybody's gonna work over here now. Maybe not. And they're certainly prioritizing wood. That's definitely happening now, and they're like all gonna wait in line with their logs and stuff. Yeah, I don't care for that. Yeah, I don't care for that. Let's everyone go back to being balanced here. The only ones still hammering are the ones that are meant for crafting on the racks specifically. And with 360 points, let's make the goblet. We'll make the goblet a better quality. It's cool because we're still selling those. Our shop is looking pretty bare. I really do need more people crafting specifically for the racks. Damn, I need more people. Blacksmiths. Somebody come in here. Somebody be good. Your design points slower. That's fine. I need benches. Okay, we're gonna come upstairs. We're gonna grab benches and we're gonna go for now 1, 2, 3, 4 benches because I'm gonna be hiring people and I don't want limits. All right, you're hired. Climbing stairs slow is, you know, you're kind of a design guy, aren't you? I don't really want a design guy right now. I need someone better than a design guy. You, Lothar, you're better than a design guy. Get in here. And then I want you crafting for racks. And Leonard can craft for racks too. Okay. And you know what? Let's actually get somebody else. I think for a little while here, I think not while I have I don't want really good wood people. You know, this person right here. You're kind of slow, but you can do it. Craft for racks. Just find items that we need and make them for the store. That's all you're doing. Lots and lots of quenching. Seems good. Let's go ahead and grab this. Moderate chance. Not every chest holds greatness. This one offers a simple, forgettable set of items worth a mere $69.70. Okay, so that I get paid $69.70? Hopefully I did. Pickaxes. 13. Yeah, ladles. Yeah, okay, we can grab that one. It's fine. Lots of pickaxes on the horizon, but we can handle it. Got a lot of workbenches, so it's gonna be good. We don't have a lot of ore. Are we running out of ingots? Not really. There's 223 on that one. Jeez. I'll buy it. Go ahead. No? Not gonna do. Oh, it's 12 a.m. Okay. I'm like, why are you not making things? Look at the loss we had on the day I just reorganized everything. That's a massive loss day. I lost 27,000 that day. Crazy. All right, so this one's almost done. And we'll see whether or not there's anything of really high value inside that chest. And then when we go to our next day, hopefully there'll be another contract for... Let's make Winnie better at working with the iron. Unfortunately, some of his wage is being spent on design points, but it is what it is. You are currently crafting ingots. Yes, you are. Let's do that with you. And lumberjacks, copman miners. We should have a lot more iron coming in, right? Collected 191 today. Okay. How about the wood? What do we get today? 124. All right. And we did empty the whole thing out, right? We don't have anything left. Okay, a mere 2 wood is remaining by the end of the day. Good. So there's not a lot going on here either. We're going to need more carriers to do this stuff. I only have 8,900 left. I mean, you are good, Bertha. So I'm going to hire you. I just... okay, you're actually pretty decent. I'll grab you, and I don't like the ones that take... I don't like the ones that are going to cost me customers. You, David. You're on my team now, too. Now, that puts me in big debt tomorrow. But David's going to stock raw resources. You're going to grab iron. Una's going to grab iron. I'm actually going to switch one of you guys who don't carry as much. So Crispin's on iron. Una's on iron. David's on wood. Okay. For now. I have no money. I'm going to be in massive debt when I hit this button, but $5,000 in debt. So it's okay. It's okay. We're going to get these contracts taken care of today. There it is. And we'll see if there's anything valuable in there. Okay. So nothing's in there. Great. More trinkets. 45, 40. Great. It was worth a shot, I guess. Moderate chance. I like the wall paints, brick, little decoration stuff. Just work on the ones you got. It's fine. Just do the stuff you can do. And then why don't we make our wooden forks here? Make that legend. Make that epic, I guess. I was going to say we should sell them in the store. Putting them all together, putting like items together is a great way. Because there's actually I haven't covered it yet, but there's like a science to this a little bit too. So if I click this, you can see how the shop info goes. So what we have right now is up to 100%. I have another dude. It is one of those epic, one of these epic people. I think is it Miranda? No. All assistants walk the same speed. The other one. The other assistant. It's you. Rob. He's providing a bonus to the customers from decorations. It says it's 25% higher. So when we meet our decoration threshold, we're getting 25% more than we were before. So instead of being 75% increased, it's now 100% increased. So I actually need just a little bit more decorations in order to do that too. But you can kind of see how it's breaking down here. I have 132 customers a day. And then the probability for a customer to consider an item is influenced by the price. And if a customer is considering an item, there's a certain chance that they'll buy it. Depends on the item's quality. So the higher quality of the item, the more likely they are to actually go ahead and follow through with the purchase for the price as well. So there is an incentive to put higher quality items in your stores, not just because they sell for more, but because the percentage of the chance for them to actually buy it goes up as well. And now I just have to keep an eye on the line to make sure I'm not taking too long, but it looks like it's pretty good. I have to work on his skill to make sure he keeps the lines moving. Crispin. Let's up your walking speed. Actually, your carrying capacity is already great. So, and then, yeah, I guess again we want the items to be higher quality as much as we can. Kitchen knives we sell quite a bit of. We'll do that. I want to refresh the list. I'm already a little bit low on money, but it'd be nice to get another blueprint. I'll refresh it once. Okay, bam, bam, and bam. We want to do the contracts that facilitate new blueprints if we can. So that's going to be great. And you are going to go like this. It's fine. All right, that's going to do it for my video today, guys. I think we're solid today. I've made a lot of progress. Feel free to critique the layout of the store. Feel free to or the layout of the workshop and stuff. I think this is a much improved workshop. It was I had an incentive to do this because we're starting to make more complicated things now, and scaling up the operation has started to matter a little bit more, and it will continue to do so as we get to more complicated things like copper. Start working with silver. Maybe we're gonna need to start looking at different production chains to see what kind of items we'll need to be making and what those things are going to cost. So if I was going to go to not available, you can see silver and diamonds to make diamond rings and jewelry and stuff. But that's very late game. Jewelry is very late game. More likely to hit us early on would be things like soul blade, these big swords. We start making larger ingots. You can have bigger stuff. Doom blade right here. A simple pike. That's interesting. We can come down and, you know, just to get these larger ingots to get Skull Crusher and these halberds and stuff. That's probably something that we'll be getting much sooner than, you know, the really complicated stuff. And we get that stuff to get to work that stuff by going to tools, getting these things here. So the smelter here is converts small ingots into alloys and medium ingots. So those medium ingots, those are the ones that we need to make those bigger things. And then the pottery stuff is later on as well. Okay, yeah, I think that's it. So thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate you. We'll see ya. Bye-bye.